With that being said, we go into semifinal number 2. Who will join Sonic, who is in his 3rd consecutive final in the Back2Warcraft Weeklies? It's either Bizzare or Johnny Cage. We start on Amazonia in a human versus orc.
Is that the first time we see this matchup today? It feels like it
Yes.
is.
Yes.
Wow, Barracks. That's already surprising. To not see a Farseer super fast tag with Harass. We are all pretty sure that this is a Farseer, right?
Yeah.
Like Bizzare is sometimes standing true to his name, but in general,
yeah.
Everything is
normally it's always Farseer lightning shield creep on this map. This is a luxury that orc normally doesn't have, creeping early, but here this is the one exception. You creep the camp with lightning shield to get level 2 right away, and then you can test the map, and with that you have chain lightning and then can go for a last hit battle. This is a lot what it's about in this matchup, not just on this map but on every map. Level ups at crucial timings. What the AM wants is level 3. By the time that tier 2 rolls around, it's going to be up to the orc to prevent precisely that. So it's going to be all about experience gain. There's no shop yet. Is he actually skipping the creep? Oh, no, okay, there we go. There comes the shop. So he'll be doing the lightning shield creep. And of course, Johnny also starting off with the lab creep. How do you like this matchup, Ankhes? No night elves involved, so it might be kind of balanced.
Yeah, I like this matchup. I think it's pretty fun. A lot of action. It's fun because Farseer usually goes aggressive, so he's harassing, TC is creeping, and then there's a lot of fighting between them. And these fights are not as tedious as they used to be when nothing is dying for either side and they're just spamming of clap and the heal wave.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot more fun now. Although it feels, to be honest, that once TC gets level 5, it's almost unwinnable for human.
Well, it seems like you haven't been keeping up with Infi, my friend. Infi says, if you play TC, I just play Breakers. And of course also he plays it perfectly. But yeah, Stomp level 3 is a crazy freaking spell. It's gonna become a little less crazy soon. But at the moment it is still a 5-second stun on a 6-second cooldown. So here we go, Farseer gets to level 2, gets a clarity as well, heal salves, healing up nicely. Johnny creeping beyond the first 2 camps super passively, going for the Murlocs instead of kobolds or trolls.
I think that's unusual, right?
Yeah. Normally you move out, you attempt one of the other camps, see what you can do, and then either the militia creep this by themselves or you don't creep it at all. Interesting. And that means the kobolds here will go to Bizzare. Again, Farseer, wolves, grunts, normal damage, medium armor creeps, really easy to kill. Must feel bad as Night Elf, right? The only race who doesn't benefit from medium armor creeps.
Yes. I remember in the Reign of Chaos, heroes had the normal damage. It was super easy to creep these camps. Like with,
You're so old school, dude. It's crazy. Speed scroll committed for the 30. Oh,
yes.
zap. Got him. This is really good for Bizzare so far, if you ask me.
2.5. Also very bad items for Johnny Cage.
Oh, and another swipey, woofy, woofy.
Oh, second footy down.
Put it down. This is not looking good for Johnny at all. No. Sonic is, of course, waiting in the final. I wonder which matchup he would prefer. What do you think which matchup Sonic would prefer?
I think he would prefer to play against Orc.
Yeah, I think so too. I guess that's true for most Night Elves nowadays. How do you feel about the Orc Night Elf matchup? As a little... Oh, almost a steal. As a little sneak peek for later.
I think there is slight edge for the Night Elf in this matchup.
That's so weird. Almost every Night Elf says that. Which is,
but this matchup is pretty interesting because I think if you're playing as Elf, it's more about decision making than the actual micro and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's why I think Moon is doing so well, because he often just knows what to do, when to creep, when to harass, when to do tower rush, when to expand. It's all about this decision. You can lose huntresses but still win because of these decisions, which leads towards big advantage in the later game.
Yeah, I totally agree. Also, when other inferior Night Elves, but still good Night Elves, play the matchup, it oftentimes feels like Blade Master steals some creeps, delays the Keeper, Shadowhunter creeps to 3, he takes one fight, massively won by the Orc, he expands behind, GG. But then Moon plays the matchup, and he's got the perfect build with a perfect timing, perfect amount of units, perfect expansion timing as well, and everything looks so different. Almost looks like they're playing different races.
Looks hopeless for Orcs. Even if they have good early game, and somehow, you know, he just has 20 supply lead all game long. Like, his expo never gets cancelled because he tower rushing at the perfect time, or he's going all in when he sees like Orc is going super greedy and delaying his barracks. Or he sees Blade Master chasing him, so he expands in a very weird position and just keeps Blade Master busy. He just knows what to do when, all the time.
Yeah, later in the grand final, we're possibly gonna have an opportunity to talk about that at length. But here right now, it's about the Orcs and Humans, the classic with which Warcraft started. Stormbolt almost leads around, but not quite. Speed Scroll should get him out of there. Man, Bizzare is really greedy for these kills. Yes. Almost gets the rifle. One more. Got him. May cost him the TP, but that's an okay trade. TC, however, is around, and with a stomp, secures the safe escape of the Farseer. But there's more Stormbolts, at least one more. That should be a kill. Yep.
But this Archmage is so... I mean, his items are so bad.
Yeah, no claws for him. Ring should be given over to the MK later.
By the way, Bizzare lost ground to creep though, so at least that.
Oh! Well, I guess kind of understandable. There was so much going on with the Farseer. Did you just get another Rifleman?
I mean, your units only have 700 HP. Yeah.
What has 700 HP? Ah, grunts.
700. Forgive.
The Taurens in training, you mean? 800 HP now, by the way.
Oh.
Brute strength.
Oh, is he gonna go for AM?
Doesn't have a purge at the moment. Needing a little bit more mana.
How much is purge? 50 or 55?
65.
Okay.
With the new shaman coming in and the other one having regenerated. Has 2 purges to use now.
Nice pickups.
Stomp seems like a bit of a waste. But did secure the kill regardless. I think he could use a few more aggressive purges, like against this rifle right here, for example. Or a stomp.
Has no mana.
Deep commitment by Bizzare. He will...
Okay, he transferred TP. But maybe now Farseer is out of position.
Oh, there's a lot of militia going down. Yeah, Bizzare is willing to use the TP here. Oh, the wolves always like sent to the back, chasing down hurt targets, finding more and more kills. Yeah. Man, this is looking good for Bizzare now.
And he just leveled up and used level 2 stomp and killed all the peasants.
Jeez Louise.
Oh my god. Well, it's playing already.
Johnny's getting smacked around in game 1 here. Sorks and rifles, a very rare combo to see. Normally it's only priest rifles up until at least 50 supply, and maybe Sorks added in super late? But usually not this early. Wait a minute. He's got double sanctum and rifles.
Oh.
That's kind of okay. Interesting. Maybe the Sock variant, just 3 rifles to be safe against Windriders. But that build, it sounds good on paper, but it just feels like it doesn't hit the proper timings. In the middle. Item.
Cobalt, I think.
Yeah, Bizzare stole it.
They are not picking items at all.
Stop! Boom! Well, that again wasn't too big, but...
OTC is pretty low, but no mana for bolt.
There's just no damage for Johnny. If he doesn't have Stormbolt, there's no damage.
No, Farseer? No, no way. That was pretty decent fight for Johnny Cage.
He needs more than decent, though. With the expansion up now, Bizzare seems to be in pole position.
Yeah, I think he has
Claim
one
the
timing
Remo.
now. There is only one timing for him now. And he needs level 3 MK, but he's not gonna get it here.
Such a weird army. 1 rifle, 4 priests, 5 priests, and 1 sorceress.
Oh yeah, 5.
This doesn't look proper, my friend.
Forces are under attack.
Oh, he's going heavier in the rifles. I mean, at this point, I think he should just go breakers, maybe. There is no Kodo anyways. He sees level 3 already. I think that would be better. And he has 2 sanctums.
All taking so long, though. He's supply block now as well. He has to wait for the farm. Wolves continuously finding a few peasant kills in the main. Dude, Bizzare again. Looking good. Looking good in the last game against Juan. Looking really good here now. Almost 4 heroes. Jesus. Oh, stomp on the AM. If he forces the TP here, that's a easy securing of the expo. There isn't any invis, so he has to TP out.
Oh, Shaman survived. Okay. That's pretty rough. I mean, he has to. I think he's going to creep shop and go all in.
Yeah,
That's probably what he's going to do.
that is his best hope. Not a very realistic hope, I believe, but you know, when Luke Skywalker went to the Death Star, he also landed the 1 in a million shot down the... Wait, what was that called again? The exhaust vent or something?
Town is under siege.
Are you a Star Wars fan?
No, I never really liked these space movies or like Star
Sci-fi?
Trek. Yeah, sci-fi.
Oh, dude, I love sci-fi, but I don't like really Star Wars that much.
I never really liked. I mean, Star Wars was always kind of cheesy to me. Too childish, maybe.
Yeah, I get that.
I felt like there was no really interesting character development, or characters overall seemed
Yeah,
pretty
it's
dull.
more like a kind of an adventure movie.
Yeah.
So, anyways, push towards the expo. Johnny did get almost back up to 50 supply, taking out some peasants here, PMs here as well.
He might have a pretty good position here behind Great Hall.
No, you need to get out of there. If you get stuck there against the
Oh, yeah.
TC, it's all over.
I guess a lighting shield as well.
Stormbolt to control the TC,
He has no clap, right?
but... Oh my, it's so many grunts and shaman, dude. It's just everything green, rah, rah, rah. This is
6
just a
splits.
complete carnage. Fix around the
6
MK.
6 splits, but nothing deals damage, basically. He doesn't even have heal scroll anymore. And everything's dying.
Level 5. Invis Wolfies, let's go! We won't see them.
GG.
G. 104 Bizzare.
One map away from a second Back2Warcraft Weekly final is an orc. What a weird thing to say in this day and age. Weekly Cups and orcs, they are never really successful, but good to have Bizzare back. We see him grind a lot. His presence in the gym Discord is excellent as well. Always chatting a lot and helping out a lot. So Bizzare, good guy. Johnny Cage maybe needs some more ladder plays. He defeated Happy in the W3 Champions ladder this week or last week. I'm not too sure. I think last week. But maybe that was a little day off for the Emperor or some special strats. No one really has seen the game, so I don't really know.
But it was against Undead or against random?
I think Undead. That's what I heard, but I have no
On his
proof.
main account, he normally plays Undead, and he has a random account as well.
By the way, Remo, did you ship the 6 Turmbräu to Vortex yet?
I actually thought about it, but aren't they just gonna explode on the way?
Nah, I shipped 2 bottles of Fritz Coke with us to China, and that
Yes,
survived.
But beer is like much more like the carbonation. Doesn't that explode much more easily, especially in a can?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Vortex, if you really want the Turmbräu, I will give them to you. But if I send them to you, you have to drink them. So think long and hard on that. We can't waste 6 Twin Boys, Neo. They're our national treasure.
What is so special about them?
Well,
They're
we just meme about them. It's like basically the cheapest beer you can buy in Germany. So it's not that good, but it does the job, you know. It's still beer. It's 29 cents per can, which is stupidly cheap for German
That would be
standards.
great. I can only imagine. At least I know what to buy on the next take event, Home Story Cup.
Yeah, hopefully at the end of the year. That would be wonderful. Wonderful is also game 2 of our semifinal. We go into Johnny Cage vs. Bizzare number 2, this time on Concealed Hill.
Human counterpick concealed. It immediately makes me think, is this gonna be Griffins maybe? I'm not kidding. If you guys haven't been following the scene too closely, that might sound very wild to you. But we have seen Griffin Rush on Concealed quite a bit actually. By... Who was the first guy we saw it from? Was it Chimiko?
You mean Korean?
I think it was Chimiko. And in Europe, very prominently featured also by the Muslim, who it feels like plays it every single game against ORC actually. But it is still an acquired taste, so it may still just be standard. We'll see what we get to towards the higher tech stages. What we do know for certain is what heroes it should be AM, should be Farseer, and is once again going to be a race for levels. Here on this map, you certainly don't have a lightning shield creep, so no way for the Farseer to rush level 2. You could creep level 2, yes, but you would give too much away to the AM. Not worth it. So this will have to be aggressive. Farseer, along with a very aggressive tech. We see no barracks yet. So tier 2 will be super fast. However, first grunt, very much so delayed. So the pressure that Bizzare will be able to put on isn't going to be too severe.
No shop either.
Yeah. So there's going to be tech before hero. Do you remember the Night Elf strat where they used to tech without altar, then make altar on the way to tier 2, and then go for double tavern hero? Super fast.
It was super fun. But nowadays I feel like it's just not good enough because it's so easy to creep on most maps. Back then I think there were a lot of... it wasn't that easy to creep level 2. Now on most maps it's super easy. Like on AZ you can basically creep level 2 in 30 seconds and then you feel like you're super far behind if you go for double hero. In the past I think it wasn't like that.
Big creep here by Johnny Cage, going for the lab right away. Oh, Bizzare is not seeing it quickly enough. He's going for the main, but that's a big mistake. There's gonna be an arcane up momentarily. And
That's
it's
really
such a big jump in experience for the AM.
Yeah. Basically level 2 for free. Pretty decent item.
Yeah. This will cost a lot of lumber though. Johnny's tech is gonna be extremely late.
Probably that means there will be no griffins because it will be way too late of
Yeah.
attack.
Would be quite surprising. But he's gonna get level 3 really quickly. And with his creep route, it looks like he's going close to the orc base. Level 3 AM against the burrows, against the tier 2 buildings. Could very well buy enough time to make up for the tech disadvantage.
And they are not protected at all by shop. Oh, now he's going to build shop there.
Oh, he saw the last hit! On the crab. That's such a big deal.
With Farseer?
Yeah, with a Farseer. That changes everything. That now makes the level 3 for the AM much, much, much more difficult.
What is he doing? Why is he creeping this now?
He has to go for the bigger camp for level 3. If he gets the Ogre Magi and 1 Wolf, it's enough. He's going for the Wolf first, gets the experience. Ogre Mage now would be enough for level 3, but he's got Bloodlust and Inner Fire. This Ogre is scary. Footy's going down here, also problematic. Very important that Bizzare found the AM and denied level 3, at least for a while. But now the militia took out the green. That is the level up. Oh, can he get the shop cancel? I think he's too late for that.
Too late.
Should be an easy cancel on the lodge, but he's not even trying it because all the footies are already so hurt.
I think he's not seeing it.
A player's forces are under attack.
I think the choice to not harass the lab, or maybe just simply didn't see it being crept, was a mistake by Bizzare. But beyond that, this early game has been recovered really well by our orc player.
Got a new sub, by the way. SVMGG, thank you for your 14-month contribution.
I think he lost 3 footies. Right now he lost another one near his base. I really don't understand this decision to start this ogre camp while Farseer was on him. I mean, he traded 3 footies for one level 4 creep. And
perhaps a bit too greedy. Maybe he should have gone for the double greens to get his level 3.
Or maybe he could even split his army like AM and 1 footy and 3 footies and try to creep these small kobolds.
Yeah, exactly. TC, does he get the last hit? Yep.
Nice.
Bizzare seems to be a Dota player. Very impressive here with his last hit skills. Ooh, that grunt. I don't know if he's gonna survive. Oh, he is actually. The orcish base protects him. But still good pressure here. This is level 3 AM can still apply a decent bit of pressure before too many shaman are out. And it's time for the MK to come, who is starting now, so it's still gonna be a little while.
I'm not sure if I like this super fast tech because even though he has TC, he can't really creep any camps apart from the small ones near his base. With 2 grunts.
Yeah. I think if he denies level 3 AM, it's really good. But if he doesn't, he's getting pressured quite heavily.
Nice snipe.
TC level 2. Stomp and Aura now.
It's so weird. Just randomly is harassing Orc.
Ankhes, I'm gonna guess something now. I'm assuming that you don't know how much Shaman cost. Do you? How much gold?
How much gold? 130, I think.
Oh, you do actually. Yeah. I only learned that like half a year ago or something. I was like, oh my god, that's so cheap. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And only 10 wood as well.
Oh, I thought it was 20. You sure it's 10?
I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna check it out.
We can Google that real quick. If it's only 10 wood, like no wonder Orc never needs lumber peons on tier 2 anymore.
Player's forces are under attack.
Oh, 20 wood, so you were right.
Still super low though. So you make grunts and shaman. You basically 1 peon on lumber is enough to sustain you on 2 base income.
Yes, that's insane. I think also Orc doesn't go for upgrades against human, right? It's not like against Night Elf.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do both upgrades, even attack and defense on the grunts. But not necessarily always.
But I feel like I basically never see a Kodo. Why they don't go Kodo then? If they have Warmill.
I guess against rifles in nature it doesn't do too well, but we do see some Kodos though. Oh, and we do see a Zeppelin now, as it seems. Bizzare. Gonna abuse the Zeppelin here, drop into the base. Buy time for the expansion with this. This has been scouted by a rifleman though. Taking a little while, but in we go.
He's gonna start Dragon Creep?
Didn't he see it happening?
He saw it.
Rifleman ran right past it.
I mean, he can defend it with only peasants. It's way too many stamps.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not worth it for Johnny Cage. Maybe he didn't saw it.
That's a lot of peasants dying. Yikers.
Yeah. How many? 6 peasants. TP
Oh, and,
for TP.
and he's
Oh,
stuck as well. Has to kill a farm. Not that expensive, but every little thing matters. Man, Bizzare, he's got like really low supply though. Did he lose a lot of units there? Not really.
No, he didn't lose any.
Wait, where's all his gold?
Maybe he was mining with 4 peons? No.
Players' forces are under attack.
I'm confused. Zeppelin on the way again. This time without heroes, only Shaman and Grunt for the lightning shield drop harass. That's super cool, man.
That's nice.
And off we go!
That's
Such
crazy.
a tough position for Johnny.
A player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
And again, wolves being summoned. Now that the wall off has been opened up in the main, wolves will be coming in over and over.
Johnny Cage is going to cancel this expo though, but he will need to buy TP, I think.
Oh, this is something though. This is a big moment. Canceling the expansion.
Yes, nice timing. He has no TP though. But I guess with only 2 grand. Oh, okay. Wolf is now.
Oh, Bizzare needs to load up his 2 units here.
Oh, yeah.
The overview. Oh, a little too slow. Zeppelin usage could have been better. He could have saved all of his units. Instead, he lost 2. But it's 4 peasants left. Oh boy. And more wolves over and over.
TC almost level 4.
Players' forces are under attack.
I wonder what is the best answer to this harass. Should you just go more towers? Maybe 3? But I guess against heroes that doesn't have that much. I'm not sure.
I think maybe you should just stay at home, like scout for it, and then keep your army home, and the AM and like 1 or 2 rifles run south and cancel the expansion. Or you could just
A player's
start
forces
off with
are
a
under
counter expansion strategy. Something that Infi has been doing more and more. Counter expanding instead of all in pushing.
But
It is
can't
quite
you-
a few rifles though.
I think you can punish that counter expo pretty easily with drop in the main and the harassing with like Farseer and 2 grants in the expo. Not sure.
Infi pulled it off. Of course, Infi is pretty good. But yeah, counter expo does work for human.
Man, MK is level 2 and the TC level 4. It's rough.
Trying to
Oh,
get
but-
this. Oh, he needs to steal the Zeppelin.
Has no TP. Oh, nice. Oh, god.
What? He doesn't buy the Zeppelin because he didn't have the gold. Oh, he was too broke. Well, double Zeppelin now for Bizzare. It's a weird game. Interesting.
I wonder if he forgot about the first one.
One rifle, 1 sword being left in the main. That's pretty smart. And that's another cancel. Well, this game is far from over.
But still, it will be really hard to deal with this TC. Level 4, Pendant of Mana.
The Zeppelin fleet. They look a little bit like carriers.
Yes.
What did you play in StarCraft 2?
Zerg.
Yeah, me too. Did you try out all the races?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Zerg was by far the most fun, right?
Yes, for me too.
During Wings of Liberty,
under siege.
abusing those... What was it called again? Infestor Broodlord?
Yes.
Oh, that was so nasty.
Yeah, back then when Infestor, this fungal growth was, you couldn't move and it was instant.
Yeah.
There was no flying animation. It was great. Although, to be fair, Marines were also pretty crazy.
Three Space Marines, hell yeah. So, this time, Bizzare at home trying to defend. Where are those stomps? Oh, there's a juicy one right there. Throw the beast against the skull of a beast on the other side. The one on the
Oh my-
human, though, is wearing off pretty soon. Level 4 for the Farseer. Level 2 Chain Lightning now with that. Wolves also coming in. Man, the casters have all disappeared for Johnny. He thought he wanted to take a straight up fight, but the levels here really speaking in favor of Bizzare, making a big difference. Oh my god, he uses a heal scroll so bad, but he doesn't have one speed scroll chase. 2 rifles down. MK might follow if he dies. This must be the game, but the boots save him. Maybe the sheep almost responsible for his death. Pick up the tomb. No, okay, this is maybe not the time. Running back will survive. Boots of speed to the
Oh,
rescue.
level 3.
A player's forces are under attack.
TC still
But yeah,
3 stomps left.
There is no way to deal with this TC now. He's still 3 stumps left. He's gonna have Chain Lightning in a second.
Zap! It bounces
Oh.
around. It
Okay,
ends
just
this
stop.
game.
He has no shot anyways, so he can't heal.
GG.
Even though the tournament is sponsored by Todd, we don't see a human in the grand final. It's a night up in an orc. We see Sonic and Bizzare. Sonic with his 3rd appearance, Bizzare with his 2nd. 2 previous winners against each other. So, we're writing history once again here in the Back2Warcraft Cups. That is the first time 2-time champion after today. The streak is breaking. I was a little proud of having 6 winners in 6 different cups, but you know, every good thing comes to an end. So this semi-final. Once again, this tournament is sponsored by Todd. The $100 are coming straight from Cologne, where Todd is residing at the moment. So give him some love. Check out his content over at Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. The links are in the chat with !Todd. If you're a little lazy, I will say them to you. It is twitch.tv/Todd. It is youtube.com/Todd Gaming, and it is twitter.com/Johan Merlot. And with that, we only have one more series left. Neo, Remo, and Ankhes back with the grand final after a tiny little break. Stay tuned.